Somebody on TikTok said, I'm a pretty cool person. That's not true. It don't even matter. Me being pretty cool doesn't mean shit. White trans woman, it's just comedy. Like ridiculous comedy to be honest, but she made me laugh. So I put a little comment. This picture of Harry Potter spitting some water while he's laughing. She's all like, everybody go check out this person's channel. They're pretty cool. Putting some ginger up. But make some ginger water. I'm like, I guess. If I start talking about white supremacy, it's gonna be a problem. I don't know, man. Whatever. I'm dropping a video as we speak right now, talking about the insanity of humanity. Just pretty much how everybody's insane. I just feel like everybody's insane. I'm talking about it because I'm gonna keep on talking about it. The reason why everybody's going through so much turmoil, so much hate right now is they're bringing up old wounds. You know what I mean? To me, it's just a resurgence. You get what I'm saying? Of white supremacy. Essentially, I don't like saying white supremacy. It's not like white people, but you know what I'm saying. It's a resurgence. So they're bringing back everything that they did. It's like when they first started going across the land. Come on, even want to say before white people type thing. Men are out here trying to gain back their power. So they're trying to throw off the matriarchy energy. They did that, taking women's rights away and all that. And of course, the next they go after trans people. Killed us first. Then they killed off all the melanated people. And that's where they're angry at black people. You know how it is. And they start killing each other. World War I, World War II. That's really what was going on. It's a resurgence. Back in 2020, we all kind of knew what was up because we lived in the information era, especially in the 2010s. But then, this made, I can't read your name that well. The Royal, what's up? What you carving? It's a ginger root. So, golly, gotta wait till that pass. I found some ginger root. I'm gonna make some ginger water out of it. But yeah, I don't really care anymore. I just realized everybody's just insane. Doesn't mean anything to me anymore. Looks like the title says, nothing too special with this one. But I think that needs to be said right now more than ever. And we're going through resurgence. So they're about to terrorize everybody, and make them all feel everybody. They're about to make everybody feel crazy. They're about to make everybody feel crazy. And like their world's ending. So they can get whatever programmed you. in the past. And we can get off of our own minds and get into whatever programming they have so they can take power and control again. We give them power and control. That much is obvious. It's always been the brainwashed people that literally go out and kill the other people. Like when Native Americans were being killed off, it wasn't like, it was the brainwashed people. When slavery was happening, it was the brainwashed people that literally felt like they were better. There's tapes of like old slaves when they first started being able to record or something like that. Slaves speaking about basically slavery, and they weren't acquiesced, they weren't none of that, they weren't compliant and submissive. They really were like, white people are just crazy. That's what they said. They were like, white people just won't leave us alone. Like they just won't leave us alone ever. And if that's not enough, that's what I'm saying. Like you go about your business, somebody stalking you, you come to find out, like, watching stalker documentaries. People are just crazy. People are just crazy. Which until makes them evil, so it is what it is. That is really annoying. I mean, it's Sunday morning, so nobody's out here. Yes. The trains are right there. Train's literally right behind that building. You see that building gonna be all in the way, but yeah, I can barely see it. And that's what the building is. I'm chilling, but like in this place right here is little whatever. Dorms are right there. They probably see me. They already having complaints, white girls and whatnot. Oh my god, what is that? Is that you, man? I'm really just sitting there on my phone. Of course, that's gonna be a sin. Whatever. People are just crazy. That's all it is. You really don't go no further than that. I don't want to give people too much power and see them saying they're evil. They're just crazy. You know what I mean? People are really just crazy. And that's what I'm dealing with now. Dealing with a lot of transphobia. It's crazy. If it's not transphobia, it's racism. And if it's not racism or transphobia, it's sexism. The fact that I'm a man. You know what I mean? Specifically a black man. So at this point, I really don't care anymore. Because people that hate us really are jealous of us. That's all it is. They wish you could do that. That's why I don't care. People are just crazy. People are just crazy. Dropping the video as we speak, so just want to get on live and I guess do something, right? Just get on live and do something. But I won't be on here long. I really don't care anymore. I don't make any money from this. I'm on 2 months left of hormones. I don't care. just making this just to make it. I want to switch over to TikTok, but TikTok's a little too stupid. The white trans women calling me out. Some, oh, they're pretty cool. I'm not pretty cool just because like I like what. I make like some funny content here or there. Like I comment using pictures and whatnot. You don't know anything about me. Like I'm literally fucking homeless. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally fucking homeless, trans, constantly dealing with bullshit on a constant basis. Yeah, you live in a world where people are just completely insane. Like, this whole world is completely insane. I'm just kind of done giving a damn about it. I need to understand people are just destined to fail in life. Like people like me were literally made so insane people like you guys can like, you know what I mean? Like, it's stupid. It's like a play. They literally like, you know, made me fail in life just so, you know, like they create the poor class. They create all this. I'm not giving them too much credit, but at the same time, it was in their systems which we were raised and we exist. Oh my God, it's annoying. Nothing could be going on right now. You hear no traffic, nothing. So like, dude, whatever. This is shy. Super annoying. The reason I'm out here in the north side is because, well, ever since I've been in the north, black people have been treating me like shit, so I don't hang around black people. Honestly, a lot of that stuff is just lame as hell right now to me too. Like everything just seems really lame. Like I don't even like is it hip hop culture? What is it? I don't even know. I'm tired of a lot of things. Like I'm the type of dude. I don't even care anymore. I just feel like everything's fake. Like I'm a smart person for listening to classical music. And that's not true. I'm cool because I listen to hip hop music. You know? Like all that stuff is fake. All that stuff is used. Just used, you know? It's not real. I'm gonna put the rest of the ginger. Shit. What I put the rest of the ginger? Hold on. Yeah. I got rid of those big little suitcases that I had. Carrying around duffel bags. Well, it's pretty nice and light. Let this ginger water sitting here. Good detoxifier. Builds the immune system. But yeah. I'm actually, I don't even care. You said people are just mentally ill. They're just crazy at this point. People are really crazy. Like, they're really crazy. You understand? Like, before, they weren't really crazy. They were just brainwashed. Now they're crazy because we know about white supremacy. They just, they basically continue doing the same thing over and over again because, I mean, the brain doesn't really change. it is what it is. You know what I mean? So they use the same spells over and over and over again. So that's what they're gonna do. And because we cling on to the money and all that, and we still kind of basically need their help. You know, yeah, it's gonna be that way. When they're really getting the people that think they need their help, and they're just going in on them. Yeah, people are just crazy. That's all it is. I don't even care anymore. People are just crazy. It's not even about none of that. It's not about none of that. People are just crazy. You know, before maybe it was like, okay, yeah, we have to invade and we're trying to spread Christianity. So, like, the natives, why do they have these two spirited people or whatever? Like, nah, we gotta, like, you know what I mean? Like, if they want to surrender, they're gonna have to get rid of them or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, and then you have nations in general that are like, well, if I want to be a tyrant man and just be a toxic man or whatever, then I have to sit here and glorify manhood and like make it better and womanhood and the matriarchy. I gotta like topple the peace, instigate all the time. So I can't have people that are male that see the truth, that even live in it. Once it's under me, I have to co-opt the situation. You know, gaslight it all. So that's where they were at the time. It makes sense. You know, it was like strategy and planning. But now, we live in the information era. You can literally put on your phone and just look up the realities of things. But people are like, no, let's like act crazy. And the only people that they're talking to are people that are literally already crazy. You know? You know? That's all it is. Like I said before, like the men are just completely delusional. And then the women are just completely like insane. Completely like gone. Like there's nothing there anymore. Like still holding on to things that don't even exist. Like nothing exists. That's why the funny thing about being trans is it's objective reality. Where you're literally seeing it in your face and people are still in like denial. That shows how mentally ill people really are. Human beings are just crazy. They've been knowing that, but now we know like people really are just crazy. It's kind of funny and ironic, you know, how crazy people really, really, really are. I don't care. I just don't care. I'm at my wits' end with it. I don't even care. So yeah, people like act like I don't believe in God. Like you don't believe in God. Funny man. I don't even care. Like I said, people are just crazy. That's all it is, man. People are just crazy. They've never seen this God. They've never seen God before in their life. Nobody's ever seen God. Nobody's ever seen anything. I mean, at this point, let's be honest. God has been disproven so many times. It's quite pathetic. They're just crazy. It's like Carrie's mom. Like, these people are just crazy. Yeah, spiritual leaders that. Yeah, whatever, man. I don't want to talk about it. You know, it's crazy. That's all it is. I'm not giving myself to the fake people anymore. People are just crazy. Yeah. Nothing much to it now. I have a job interview tomorrow. I might get it, I might not. I don't think I am. Transphobia seems like it's the trend. It's like the Crusades. It's like the witch trials. Yeah, he said it's all just lies. People are just crazy. And the same people that want to get rid of us, they're the ones that don't want to be us or are attracted to us, are inspired by us. Period. It's that plain and simple. That's what's happening right now. I don't think I ever said this before, but I really don't believe in men and women no more. I know it sounds like kind of like, oh my god, the transgender theory and all that shit, but like that's how I feel right now. I just don't believe in man and woman. Anytime society, regular so-called human beings are just pushing things, I don't believe it's real. Like being a man and all that, like that's not real. You have some men with intersex conditions, that's why they have like man boobs. Some fat men don't have man boobs. Why is that? Some people, that's the way hormones work. That just lets me know people are just crazy. When a human being takes another human being and looks at him like cattle and says, okay, it has a penis, it can do something for me. That's usually, what you end up doing to yourself, subjugating yourself, exploiting yourself. I don't care about how they feel, they're completely insane. It's not conditioning, it's torture. That's really what it is, it's torture. But yeah, I'm 32 years old right now. Statistically speaking, homeless people live to about 50. So, looking at maybe like another 20 years. Possibly. Who knows? I'm transgender. That's just might happen. I don't know. I don't know if I stop taking the hormones, will that happen? I don't know what's gonna happen. All I know is I'm gonna give up though. I'm gonna live a regular life as a man now. Like, nah, there's no point doing that. I'm gonna live a gay man's life. Like, nah. No. We're all part of the same thing, if you don't know. So I don't even care. We were all those lies. I don't believe it. Even saying gay man sounds weird. Like, why do you have to say you're a gay man? Like, I don't believe in anything like that, man. All this stuff is just propaganda. All these things now in the world is just propaganda. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but it's just how I feel about it. Like, y'all have to literally, like, perform that shit. Literally. If a man grows his hair long, y'all think it's feminine. Even if I start seeing him as a woman. But, like, it's just, it's a big deal. It's our hair connects us to the gods. And it's just hair, dude. It's just hair. Even when I wanted to grow my hair long, it wasn't even like a feminine thing for me. I just like the aesthetics on men and women. I like short hair on women and men. Like it's just an aesthetic thing. Like long hair just makes you look like you have the time to take care of it. So you probably, have money, resources, things like that. If you cut your hair, it's more for combat. It's like, okay, I need to like move around. I can't, take care of myself like that. I gotta just keep on moving around. So, you know what I mean? And then with men's clothing is really made for durability. Men's clothing is made for more for fashion. So this whole woman man thing, I don't even believe it. I don't believe it. They just know they need a penis and a vagina to make another slave, and so that's all they want to do. That plain and simple. There's no point. And I'm not gonna sit here and play with it. It really conditions you your whole life to think that you're special, to think life is precious. But the sad truth is it's just not, and that you're disposable. You wonder why there's so much conformity, and you realize maybe it's because of the simple fact that these people are not real people. They're not even real human beings at this point. They're just like filler, like The Sims or GTA. They're just filler. These people aren't real people. They're just filler. It's to defeat people like me, people that actually have a brain and try to use it. Get my ginger water and let it sit for a couple hours. Let me shake it up a little bit. Let it sit in there for a couple hours. Probably definitely going to keep in there pretty much all day. Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead. I cut my hair yesterday with some scissors, get all the knots and naps out. Who cares though? Kind of feel like cutting it all off, honestly, with the clippers, just because, hey, at least like I won't look like anything. I don't know, but I'm pretty sick of things. I'm getting sick of like being clocked for being trans, and it's like, what trans? It's funny because these people have never, like the Joker right now. I'm talking. Like in that scene when he came into the mob scene, he was like, a year ago, these cops and these lawyers wouldn't have dared confronted you or something like that. And he was like, what happened? Your balls drop off? That's what I'm saying. Like, if I was in the military as a man and I killed many people with just this knife, I was a fucking war hero, crazy as hell. You really think that because I'm a trans woman now, that I don't know how to kill you with this fucking knife? Here we go. This Mikey would probably leave. You know how they're gonna be. It's gonna be a problem. It's always a problem. But yeah. So I get treated like crap by everybody. Like, literally, but it's just because they're crazy. Like I said, most people that mess with me are just literally crazy. Short guys, they're intimidated. Not knowing, like, what do you want to do? You want to fight? You want to die? You saw World War One. You know what I mean? Is that what you want to do? Not bulletproof. That's how, as I said, like, Where's the logic in that? This person's completely insane now. That's what happens when they get tortured their whole childhood or their puberty, thinking that it's all people. You know what I mean? Think that they're better, or at least that's the notion. Now this person's insane. Those kids were insane for even doing that to you. They were just insane. Like, that's all it is. People are just insane. It's all good. If anything comes close to shows, I'll just go to the beach. It's actually not that far away from here. It's like 15 minutes walking distance. Yeah, that's a cool thing about Chicago. I can't lie. I like going to the beach. It's pretty chill. Well, not really. I mean, it's chill, but it's a lot of people over there. Because the university's right next to the beach. It's called, I think, University Beach or something like that. That's why these dorms you hear, there's a lot of kids around here. College kids. It's a college town where I'm staying at right now. But gotta get out of the city. You know me, I'm not really a city person. Grew up in the suburbs, so that's how it is. So nothing much has really happened, like I said, nothing special. I just came on live because I felt like, hey, yesterday was Saturday, most people go on live. Maybe I should go on live on Saturday, but now I'm like, well, probably not, just because I wasn't feeling it yesterday. I had to take care of me. Just didn't feel like it. It's crazy because, like, I had some wine from yesterday and I was drinking that. And I was kind of happy for a second there, somewhat. I don't know. I really don't care. I'm really only over here because, like, I found like some charging ports. It's a couple. It's like 5 of them. They're all double barrel up, so that's what's up. Let me charge all my devices, so I'm not mad at that. And I didn't have to go to the bus station to do it. The bus station has like multiple chargers too. At home, people sleep there, hang out there. I got tired of being there, trying to stay in the public eye. That's why I don't want to go to the beach. Well, for one, I got a table, privacy, somewhat, not really. This is better than, Colorado. Shit, Colorado was so goddamn bad. Almost people are like just everywhere, like flies and roaches and rats. This was Colorado. I guarantee all one person would be like in my face right now, like, hey, you have a phone. Like, yo, what are you doing? Like, we're in high school. You know what I mean? Like, no, people are grown, So, it smells pretty strong, this ginger water. I'll keep it in here. Shake it once in a while. It's really kind of changing color, as you can kind of see. It's not as clear. Got some mashed potatoes and some chicken from last night. It's usually what I'm eating now. So I can get my hands on. Hopefully I don't have to deal with any crazy nonsense from this person that just drove by into here. Yeah. I'm like having like major anxiety attacks late at night for some reason. I think maybe I looked it up. Maybe it's because I'm staying up late and it's like some way to shock my body into like staying awake or something. But yeah, I mean the rats here they're at least this big. Like I ain't gonna lie to you, the rats out here are this big. I've seen them. They're huge. This is my hand. This is like oh god. Yeah, the rats here are huge. But I'm just tired of being around crazy people. I guarantee, like, if somebody comes here, they're gonna be acting like, "Oh, like, what are you doing here? Are you crazy? Oh my god!" I guarantee you, and I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, bro, like, I'm homeless and all that." You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna just grab those food right there. You want me to clean up, or you got it? Since it's your property, you want me to leave? Got a couple of bags. You mind if I grab my bags? All right, I'm gonna leave. I remember the first time that happened when I was here in Chicago. Dude was like, "Oh," the cop was like, "Oh, he's not resisting." I'm like, I mean, there's no reason for me to resist. Like, it's your shit. It's your property. People are really crazy, man. I'm telling you, people crazy. Like I remember I was in Houston. I was sleeping in this area, and then, like some dude rolled by. He came up to where I was sleeping at, shine his lights all on me, get out the car, and I got up, and he was like, "Oh my bad, man," because I was ready to fucking whoop his ass, and he was like, "Oh my bad, man." This is before my transition, and he was like, "Oh man, people just been jacking my thing over there." I'm looking at him like, "But I'm over here sleeping, and you saw me sleeping. I'm sleeping in the light. It's not like I wasn't like, you know what I mean? So you specifically shined your light on me to wake me up and to blind me, so you can come attack me when your gate or whatever your little whatever that was caravan thing is like way over there. You know what I mean? Like what? No, you're insane. You're insane. Like people really are just crazy, man. Like that's it. Like it's over. People are insane. It's over, man. Y'all are just insane. Like it's a done deal. People are literally just crazy right now. Not even right now. People have been crazy, but yeah, people are just crazy. I'm kind of just done, you know. Like I used to, when you're younger, you used to think like, oh, there's some dudes out there that are just really hardcore, and they're like, all this type of stuff. But then like, I ain't gonna lie, when 21 Savage said it best, like he said, all them dudes you be thinking they come from the hood and all this, you think they're killers and they gangsters and you know what I'm saying? Like you can put that in all men and women, right? Like he's like, really, they just retarded, and everybody started laughing. But it's like it's the truth. Like people are just retarded, man. Like people thinking they doing all this thing, they're outsmarting you. That's why my family, never could outsmart me when it came to like things in life because they're just crazy. People are crazy. Like they're already coming from a starting point of being mentally ill. Like I believe that trans people shouldn't exist because there's only men and women when y'all literally perform this shit. Y'all got rollers to pull out the hairs from your. Men are cutting their eyelashes. Women are growing their hair long, trying to get bigger butts. Like, but it's not. Y'all are natural though. Y'all are not natural at all. Y'all are conforming. You're conforming. People are really insane. Like, for me personally, when I kind of figured out that God didn't exist, type thing, when I was younger, like, it it just kind of like talking to people about it and how silly it was and weird it was, but to like live your life because these Christians are taking over the government, and then next thing you know, it's like now we as trans people have to like, or sorry, we as like people that don't believe in it and want to do whatever we want to do or whatever, are like looking at them like we have to do what they say because they're in power. That's insane to me. You know, like when atheism became a real thing, type thing, like in like 2010, I think 2011, 2012, around that time. Like it was like okay, I never was really an atheist because I didn't really believe in atheism. I was still like in high school, very young, all that. So why would I be an atheist? But as I was graduating, like last year, like in high school, I kind of realized, like, yeah, I don't believe in this Christianity shit. At least I didn't believe in it. I was waiting for Jesus to come back, and it just felt like, where is he? And for me, it got fulfilled through Rastafarianism because that was the way, like, fulfilled the prophecy, the story of Jesus coming back as Haile Selassie. So that's when I believed in it. But then I was believing in that so hard, and then find out that you know Haile Selassie isn't God. Like he said he wasn't God, and Jesus said he was, and so that made no sense to me. It was just like, so the Christianity, what I mean, is obviously just stupid. And then you have like Rastafarianism that was going somewhere, but it was stupid. So then I did all this research and got to the conscious community and finding out all these truths that it's really just made up. Plagiarized after plagiarism after plagiarism. 3 times it's been plagiarized and rewritten for different cultures. I just started to realize, like, it's not real. Then you try to anthropomorphize it, get into the metaphysics of it. And you learn that it's just about inner healing, psychology, things like that, connecting to the sciences, alchemy, you know what I mean? Things like that. And so you're like, okay, that's why I can talk like that. I can technically be a Christian and still like talk to you guys and talk about, as I say, worshiping Jesus is just like worshiping the Prince of Peace. You know what I mean? Which is basically the heart chakra and things like that. I can go in like that. You know, there's a lot of noises right now. People on the train or whatever. But yeah, I can go in like that. But I started realizing, like, now I just realize it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna say what I have to say. Religion, honestly, for what it is, especially the 3 major religions, are really just used to tame the people that need it the most. Like literally, the people that, like, the Europeans that rewrote Christianity for their people, whatever. You'll come to find out, in the Arabs, the Middle Easterns, you'll come to find out, pre-religion, they were completely insane. Like, they had such a battle with the sexes that this is why they also don't like trans people. I'm gonna tell you why. Because in so many words, their men and women were warring against each other, and the men will dress up like women and they'll have sex with the men. And so that's basically what happened. And basically, the white trans women were having sex with the white cis men and literally separating themselves. So how's your population going to come together? And you're probably wondering why would they do that? Because just you're dealing with survivalistic uh, war tribes that come from Neanderthals. Neanderthals only steal, kill, and rape, and so Neanderthal men want to steal, kill, and rape. You get what I'm saying? So because of that, they don't love women, and because they don't love women or whatever, the women separate from them and become more masculine. And so that's what you're dealing with. So the trans men were with the women, and then the trans women were with the men. You know what I'm saying? Who controls the whole world right now? Those people. Mostly Neanderthal people control the world only because that's all they do is kill, steal, and rape. That's literally what's making everything happen right now. That's what's controlling everything. People are afraid to die. And I can understand why you'll be afraid to die because you want to live. But at this point, I don't think there's any living. Like that's why I say a lot. Everything is fake because we're not living. We're just not living. We're not. It's not real. Everything is like controlled on that aspect. So the people you see walking around are just literally just robots. They're bots. That's a slang term for it. For robots, they're just bots. So it's like, who cares? You know? I used to really feel like bad because I always felt like I didn't have enough riz to get a girl. But I'm coming to find out these girls are completely insane. And they don't even love men. They're just the same thing. It's all just the same thing. Like men don't love women. They just want to have sex with them. AKA rape them. Let's be honest. And then the same thing for women. Women don't love men. They just want to take advantage of you, make themselves feel good. Men are taught to be physically attracted and get gratification. Women are taught to seek conceptual gratification. So make them feel good, make them feel pretty, make them feel, well, why you want to feel pretty? Because you want to be able to seduce people. Well, what is seducing? Manipulation. In other words, there's another form of rape. That's all it is. You do the same thing when a guy is here and says he likes you, he likes it, all he loves what you do, he's being all nice to you and not, but you kind of feel like, and then he probably lies to you because, he wants to make you feel good. That's what that's about. Because they don't like you. They don't care if you shit it on yourself. They don't care if you have AIDS. They're so attracted to you. They want to have sex with you. They don't care. Because that's that. They really just want to rape you. If rape was not illegal, they didn't have to okay, guys, stop raping. These guys would be raping. You get what I'm saying? Women don't have sex with a lot of men because of conceptual virtues. They think it takes away from their value, all this type of stuff. It's not value. It's game. It's like you're trying to get over on somebody. I mean, I think they're making a whole show about it right now. It has Kim Kardashian in it. I think it's a commercial started off with, "We're going to win this war." I'm like, war? The gender war. And coming from a high conscious state to the lower chakras, survival, right? The sacral chakra. It's pretty sacred, but let's be honest. It's more like sacrifice. The ego. People don't care. That's the things that run the world, is those right there. They don't care. And it's crazy because you try to expand and go higher in your spirituality, your consciousness, and it's like you even in your mind know that like those three chakras are very mundane. Like they're not that serious. Look at me. I'm chilling. I got food, water, ginger. But it's like these people make such a big deal out of everything, killing each other for food. Why? But yeah. How much time we got? In 54 minutes? It's been about an hour. Probably gonna get out of here soon. But that's what we're dealing with. That's why I really don't care anymore about anything. I used to want to have kids so bad. Like I feel like that was such a big thing for me, like to grow up and start a family. But now I realize like just fake. I thought about the lineage, my family's lineage. It's fake too. Who cares if you die off and you have no kids? Like who cares? Like really though. Like Mike Tyson said it best. Like who cares? I'm gonna be dead. I'm 6 feet under. My dad's dead right now. If I have 20 kids, do you think he's gonna be proud of sitting in the spirit realm and be proud? Even if there's a spirit realm or whatever, like based off consciousness and real ancient spirituality, which is all spiritualities. Spirituality now is just politics for y'all. But yeah, um, they're gone. They're in the higher realms where those things don't even matter. You know? So at the end of the day, like, it don't matter. Like, you're asked to be here, you're grasping for straws, playing Russian roulette. It doesn't matter. Like I said, you see World War One, All Quiet in the Western Front, the movie, you seen it. You see how disposable human beings are. Why do you think they say in the Bible to populate the earth? You think they're going to feed all of them people? No. So why you want to populate the earth? Start your own army. That's the only way it's for. Or your own workforce. But you sign them off to the government, which you give them a birth certificate. So you're not your property anymore. And if they're your property, that's just even more sad. That's why beings have reproduced. So they can take advantage of the being that they produced. So your mom doesn't love you. She's literally manipulating you. That's literally what she's doing the whole time. She's trying to guilt trip you. So, you know, all that shit's a lie. All that shit's a lie. One more thing I want to say. I was watching Nightmare on Elm Street, right? The one with Nancy in it. And I'm trying to remember what scene it was. It really had me emotional. I was drunk, but still, I was very emotional. I can't even remember what it was. It was the scene that everybody like loves. The one that where she has the dream in school. It was the part where she was like, I don't know if y'all can see that super train. Yeah, I hate that train. Like I said, the sounds here, everything is just going on. There's a lot going on. Anyways, so the scene where she comes out of the class because she's the body dragon, and she sees Freddy in the girl version or whatever. Even the colors of Freddy, like a dark green, which is the lower chakra, or going to the darkness of the heart chakra. So a dimming heart chakra, which means it's manipulative energy, right? And you have the dark red, which means gonna like, he's in survival mentality. So it's red. He's gonna kill you and he's gonna pretend to be your friend. He's really had dark intentions. And she was wearing what? Pink, which is survival, but also in the light realm because it has the white mixed with the red. So that kind of goes pink to, not to me, but in general, I've seen it in certain cases, is like another form of the heart chakra, right? You got the logical side, which is the brotherly love, right? Love humanity. Then you have the abstract side, which is more sexual, sensual energy. That's the pink. Just like the brains, right? Left brain, right brain. So, anyways, so she's coming from a place of authenticity. You know what I'm saying? Wearing the pink, and then you have Freddie wearing these colors. It's very symbolic. And then you have the fact that by the time she went down to the cellar or whatever, and like, he was about to attack her and he was feeding off her fear. And I told you, Freddie is a representation of toxic masculinity, basically. And we know men and women don't exist. That's division. So we know that when people say they're a man, that's why men make excuses all the time. Like, oh, it's because I'm a man. I'm dirty because I'm a man. I'm ashy because I'm a man. Like, let's put some lotion on. Put some lotion on. If you don't put enough lotion on, your skin will literally start to tear up. So put some lotion on. Whatever. So, did feed off your fear. But it was a part when she like was pinned against the wall. She was looking around where to go, trying to look at her options. And then she started screaming like, God damn you. And then she was like, this is the part that really got me. She was just like, it's just a dream, God damn it. It's just a dream. And then she burned herself. That was very symbolic to me because it's like the fact that she's a dream, like exactly, it's just a dream. Like this life is just a dream in regards to your mind, even the pineal gland. 90% of matter is empty space. The pineal gland, part of your brain, literally projects like everything you see and feel. You get what I'm saying? Matter is only not phasing within each other because of electrons. So at the end of the day, you get what I'm saying? It's just a dream. But why does he come for you in your dreams? He wants to crush your dreams. That's even can be seen on a mundane level. You want to be a basketball player. Toxic masculinity, gonna go there. You want to be you just want. I remember I was in high school and I was talking to some Hispanic guy, pretty cool dude, and he was like, "Yeah, bro, like when I get older, I just want to go back to where like I belong." Because he was like, well, Mexican descendant. He was like, "I want to go back to Mexico one day, bro, and like just get a farm and just chill." We're both potheads, so But yeah, I was like, yeah, bro, me too. I was like, I want to go back to Africa one day and just see my peoples and the land and everything, and then just get a farm one day, because that's, but hey, something simple as that, normal living for a human being, the virtue to live just a simple life. Crush your dreams, man. That's why I don't like any of that anymore. It's never like a positive thing. Even trans folks, when they try to misgender you, it's never positive. They're like, oh, it's better to be a man. They just want to completely destroy you because it's the representation. It's not about you. It's the dream. It's the representation of it. It's like what Batman was saying. I need to be more than a man. But really, he was saying, Batman, I'm talking about the Dark Knight trilogy. He was saying that, basically don't be a man. You need to be a symbol. And that's what I'm saying. The symbol basically is the dream, the virtue. They want to destroy that virtue. And that's what it's about. It's really sad. Anyways, though, that's pretty much all I gotta say. And been over about an hour. I'm going and call it. Go see if I can go to the grocery store, but 7-Eleven and heat up this chicken. Yeah, you can tell this place is a little bit racist. Well, you can tell it's racist. When I was in Austin, Texas, people at the 7-Eleven were just regular random people. Here, the people at the 7-Eleven, once again, are Arabs only. So you know exactly what it is. It's giving racism. So I applied for 7-Eleven. They wouldn't even hire me unless my name was Hijab or some shit. You know what I mean? Stupid shit. So with that being said, you know there's going to be a lot of transphobia. Because it's a corporate job and not like, because I got kicked out of plenty of gas stations in Texas or corner stores in Texas because they own it, You're being yelled off, just like, okay, here's everything I got. How much I owe you? And they're just staring at me. And I'm just looking at them like, and it's like the first month of my transition. I'm wearing the color purple. They just looking at my shirt like, it's too close to pink. Oh, you're And he literally started yelling at me like, just get out, just get out. I'm like, wow. People crazy. Yeah, because your fake God doesn't exist. And I do. People crazy, man. So yeah, with that being said, I'm done. Whatever happens, happens. See you later.